Hey guys, and welcome back to another Geek Time. This week we're going to do things a little bit differently. So we're not going to go to a convention or anything like that, but there might be a little bit of cosplay involved. But the main part of this video is just to look at the Sony FS5 camera. I managed to take the Sony FS5 down to Cardiff Bay to have a little bit of a test of it, and I bumped into a few cosplayers there. Totally not planned at all, so I could actually practice with the camera with them. So we're gonna take a little look at all the different features and just little bits and pieces. This is not gonna be an in-depth review of the actual camera, but just give you guys a little idea of what it's like. You can pick this camera up for around £5,000 for just the camera, and obviously the lenses are extra and the microphones are extra and things like that. But to be honest, for a broadcast ready camera, it is fantastic. The weight of it is beautiful. It's like it's quite a hefty weight, but when you put your hand in the grip and hold it upright with the lens on it, the balance is beautiful, and it is quite good for handheld, but it does feel like it needs a bit more of a shoulder piece to it. But that's what you can get a shoulder rig for and things like that. But on tripods and things as well, it's absolutely beautiful. It's got a few different settings on it. It is 4K ready, so there are different options you can do. You can shoot in 4K, or you can use it as a magnifier, which I'll have a look at in a few moments. Also, it's got 2 XLR ports on there for your audio. It's got a headphone socket, which is amazing, because the cameras that we use don't have headphone sockets. It's a little bit annoying. But the Sony FS5 does, so that's pretty cool. It's also got a slow-mo option on there, just one click of a button and looks at the slow-mo, and we'll be looking at that in a few moments. So like I said, I bumped into a few cosplayers, and that's the perfect environment for me to test out the camera. So I just had a quick little test with them. It was a little bit overexposed, but I managed to bring it down a little bit. So we'll be talking about the exposure in a moment. But here's a little bit of footage from the actual cosplayers. And here we got the rig from Iron Warrior Cosplay, and we just done an extra shot, exactly the same as the other one, just with the slow-mo on. And if you look, yes, so beautifully done. So the slow-mo adds an extra bit of oomph, and if I could have one of these cameras all the time, then I'd be doing all different kinds of slow-mo shots, because it's absolutely brilliant. And if you notice, when I was doing the up as a normal thing, it was very shaky and everything, as you do when you haven't got a stabilizer attached. But with the slow-mo, it was more fluid as it was coming up, and yeah, you could see a little bit of wobble because it was slow. It didn't really matter, to be honest. Well, I don't think so. Let's just have a little bit of a look now at just the general look of the camera, just being filmed in everyday use. We're going to have a look at the slow-mo option now a little bit more. So while I was down in Cardiff Bay, obviously there's a lot of seagulls and things like that around, so I waited patiently with the camera to film some seagulls flying. It was quite a long process, to be honest, just pointing at a bird for ages, press record just in case, and then the bird doesn't move and you're like, ah. So you have to go back and do it again. And then the last shot I'm going to show you, I just managed to catch it flying off. So you can adjust the different settings on the slow-mo so you can get it even slower for more fluid action, but I think this is a quite nice setting. it's a good camera to actually do some time lapse now, or rather speeding up the footage to make it look pretty cool, because the quick picture quality is so nice. Another really good feature on the FS5 is the zoom on there. So obviously when you have a lens, you've got a natural optical zoom on natural lens. But with the FS5, it uses the 4K capability on it as well to punch in to give a digital zoom without actually altering any of the quality of the picture. So let's take a little look at the optical zoom then with the actual 4K zoom. So this is just the optical zoom, zooming in on that boat. And that's the full length of this lens, and then I punched it in then using the 4K zoom just to give that extra bit of zoom. So I do think that's a really good feature, and the reason why it's a bit shaky and everything is I didn't have a tripod at the time, so I was just handheld in it, so all the features are a little bit wobbly because of that. Another feature on the FS5 is the ND filters, which helps when you've got bright light, so you can adjust the ND on it and the brightness of the picture. So it's got several ND filters. You just flip on the switch, and that actually then puts the filter across, or you got a variable ND on it as well, which makes it brighter or darker considering what you want. We're going to take a quick little look now at how that is actually used. Here we have turning it up, so it's making it a lot brighter. And then we turn it down to make it darker. Okay, and there we have the Sony FS5. So I'm going to leave you with a few little pictures now that I took of the camera, just to show you what it actually looks like. But to me, it's a fantastic piece of kit, and if I could afford one, I would actually buy one myself. So for all you budding videographers out there, I do recommend looking into the Sony FS5. That's all the time we got for this week. So, till next time.